Fuck you, online misogynists. I started Feministing 4 years ago, and I've been dealing with your sorry asses ever since then. And in that time, I've learned a few things about you. But since there are so many different kinds of sexist on the internet, I thought I would just start with YouTube. Because since we started doing videos, I've really been reminded of why feminist work is so important. Just through seeing all of the weird comments and ridiculous emails and video responses that we've gotten since we started doing our work here. And there certainly is a special breed of YouTube misogynist, and they seem to come in particular forms. First, there's the sexist who tells you, generally through a misspelled comment, how women are stupider than men. These guys really make my day because they do the work of mocking their idiocy for me, so thanks guys. Then, of course, we have the sexist who does a video response railing against feminism and women's rights in general, all while wearing sunglasses and hiding in a dark corner so that his mother, girlfriend, neighbors, and coworkers won't know what he actually thinks of women. One of my favorite kinds of sexist, and we have this guy on blogs and on YouTube, is the dude who claims that women in the US have absolutely nothing to complain about, and that if we really want to experience oppression, we should ship our asses off to Saudi Arabia. Honestly, this is the most tired, played-out anti-feminist tactic ever. It's a red herring, it's a cheap argument to try to take attention away from the fact that US feminists talk about international women's issues all the time, and that one type of oppression in another country doesn't trump the oppression that's here in ours. Women in the US are still 40% more likely to be poor. We still have legislation that limits our reproductive rights, and the rates of domestic violence and rape are still unacceptable. And, of course, the last time I checked, it's women who get to decide what issues are important to us, not sexist assholes. And, of course, the most common sexist on YouTube is your run-of-the-mill idiot who thinks it's just hilarious to leave in comments things like, suck my dick, or you're a dyke. Just a bit of advice, guys, you're making our job a lot easier. By showing the world that sexists are completely unoriginal, you're making a fantastic case for feminism. But despite all the different forms that sexists take on YouTube, there's one thing that they all have in common. They're cowards. They're afraid of women, they're afraid of the truth, and they're afraid of what would happen if women had real political and institutional power. And instead of being men about it, they hide behind the anonymity of the internet. You know, I blog every day under my real name. If you go to my website, you can find my email address. I don't hold anything back because I'm not ashamed of the things that I believe in. So if you're really so positive that feminism is evil and that women are somehow less than men, then say it loudly and proudly. Put down those sunglasses and those screen names. Put your real name out there and let your community know exactly who you are. So fuck you, YouTube misogynists, for being the cowardly thorn in my side these past 4 years.